Hey everyone, Sigil here. So off camera I went ahead and made my way back to level 9, and I was also able to give away that Grimewood staff I had been carrying around for a couple of levels looking for a new home for to a pretty badass wizard who had just re-rolled on Avos named Kilrath. So Kilrath, I hope you enjoy the staff. And with that, let's get into it. Alright, here we are back on Avos today. We're actually going to go on Avos 0. It's slightly more full. It's kind of middle of the morning here, so servers are a little bit slow today. And we're going to put ourselves in looking for group maybe for the next little while and see what there is to see. Alright, I might have already showed it, but off camera I did get back up to level 9. I went down and fought the bears and boars, as usual, and just went ahead and got myself back up to level 9. I'm back here in Avendyr, near the well. And see, also while I was down there, I was able to pick up the rest of the jute fibers I needed just while I was gathering. I didn't turn them in yet, so we'll be making our way to the crossroads to turn those in today to Avendyr. And I've still got this quest from Master Gatsu that I need to turn in over by the monks. Well, we're gonna head our way over to the monks and see if we can turn in that quest real quick. If that's been fixed or not. There was a patch last week. There was a patch last week. It was delayed on Wednesday, but then went in later in the week to bump us up into Unity 6, which made a lot of changes to the lighting and broke a few other things that they're working on. I know there were some issues with corpses respawning and not going away once you looted them. There were issues with swimming and lighting, and we'll see how that affects us today. It's been a few days since those things happened, or since Unity 6 came out, and since they started working on fixing those things, so we'll see how that goes. I took a little bit of a break for a few days while all of that Unity 6 and some of the drama, if you follow Pantheon, you've seen a little bit of the drama with potentially the change in policy on how VR now communicates with the public due to some miscommunications and some drama around potentially a GM spawning in a monster and favoritism with a guild and all that stuff. I'm not going to spend... I've just spent more time talking about that than I'm going to in the rest of my videos. To me, none of that has anything to do with me playing this game. I mean, honestly, the GMs could have been spawning in 100 monsters for that guild and giving them all the loot, and it changes absolutely zero for me. I know people get competitive about that stuff. I know that it's a big deal for them. For me, it's not at all. This is a very early access game. It's very alpha. There are years until this thing actually comes out as a true game. I can't even feel any competition with anyone else at this point with trying to be the perfectly statted out character or anything. I'm just having a great time playing. I'm going to keep having a great time playing. That's the end of that. So let's see if we can turn in this quest. All right, so Grandmaster Coleman here still can't be interacted with, so that's still out there on the bug list for things to fix. So we will make our way down to the crossroads then, and we will turn in the merchant needs to Avendyr. We'll get the next one in his quest. Again, if we can get through his whole list, we actually get a 12-slot bag, which would be great for us. So we'll pick up the next one. While we're down that way, let's see, we've got the one item for the riddled path. I think we're going to need a couple levels before we go after the other items. We tried out the hobgoblins pretty extensively in last episode. Well, not extensively, but I extensively had to recover my corpse several times, that's for sure. So we're going to stay away from the hobgoblins for the moment, maybe make another level or two, and check out that place again. I think they might be underconning a bit to the damage that if a spell gets through there, or you need to really be on top of your game, because if a spell gets through from at least the casters I fought, that's a really crazy amount of damage to deal with. So they're on the list to try again here in a couple of levels, but I'm not sure that that's ever going to be a perfect solution for us for grinding out levels. So we do have a couple of fletching quests, so we could go back and gather up some wood and then push fletching up to, it looks like we need to get to 18 skill for both of these quests. We could push that up and chase down these quests with the people that they matter to. And then gathering-wise, we need moon lily petals. We have a couple. We did find some last session. We'll work on that. And we're going to keep mining. We're still needing the citrine and the topaz. And we need low-quality wolf pelts. And still some ash logs. Okay, so we'll work on these today as we go as well. I think we'll see more ash as we move even a little further from town. Treasure hunter wise, we're just looking for any random thing we get instead of just selling it right away like I've been doing. We're going to push to get look in here and make sure it's not something that we need for Dorian's kind of random supplies for the priest or odds and ends quests. Now also we have the Gadai shipment schedule, which I know where it is supposedly. It's in a Gadai camp that we haven't looked at before. I talked about it last time. It's near the grizzled Great Paw. So we may climb up there and take a look at that. I'm not sure how successful we would be up there yet. I can't remember what level. I fought those with my Dire Lord. And then Provisioner, we haven't worked on that yet, but it's on the list. Looking for a Ghost Viper, which we can find down there in the near the crossroads. And then Balance of Nature is the Grizzled Great Paw. So if we see an opportunity, we'll take that. So to start off, we are going to run our way back to the crossroads, back to Haster, and turn in that quest. And pick up his next one and see what he needs. I think I also want to just jump in the water. I saw Wreck-It Rogue put out a video, like a 45-second video or something, just showing that swimming was broken after the Unity 6 update. And it was kind of ridiculous looking, so I kind of want to jump in the water and experience that myself. I haven't done that yet since the Unity 6 update. I've been drawn a little bit back into Project Quarm EverQuest. So spending a little time over there while everything got sorted out with Unity 6. I've heard some reports about lighting issues, that overall lighting may be better, but there are some problems where you get some strobing as you enter and exit areas of like shade versus sunlight. But I'm not really seeing that here, but we'll keep an eye out for it. All right, here we are at the crossroads. I also put myself in the looking for group queue, so we'll see if anything pops up. I see a couple groups maybe looking for someone. I might reach out to them. I want to turn in this quest real quick first. We're running back over here to Haster again. We'll turn in A Merchant's Needs Part 2. And we'll grab A Merchant's Needs Part 3, which is looking for... He's looking to have a charm, keepsake make for the city. So he's going to be looking for more gemstones. So along with the other quests we have looking for gemstones, we're going to be looking for some more. And this is Haster's Hauler, so this is the 12-slot bag. So if we can finish this one, we can get the 12-slot bag. So we are definitely going to be chasing any mining nodes we can find. Because we need for things that glitter from Formanaldius. And then also from Haster, we need all of these gemstones. So it looks like for Haster we already have a few of them, although I would argue this spinal or spinel gem, there's only one, so it is, I'm going to need another one to turn in both those quests. Headed down here to our usual area. On the way I'm going to look for mining nodes along the wall here, and there's one there, and anything else that we can, and probably go back in this area over here where there's typically a couple of mining nodes to get. So we're going to do some mining on our way down here. This guy in the chat here mentions climbing claws and grappling hook. And that was something I just recently learned about myself. So some more of those random items you get, like spool of rope and stuff, those can be used in the scavenging table to actually build those items, those consumable items, grappling hooks and claws, that can help with climbing. I can't remember. He's asking the same question. I can't remember now if it's less stamina drain while climbing or if it's faster climbing. I'll have to look that up at some point. Either way, we'll have to start looking for some of those items too. So it's really interesting. A lot of these, what I would call trash items that I've just been selling, as the game develops more, as people figure out more and more things, as the developers add more things in the game, they're becoming more and more useful. And you kind of want to look for what they can be used for. So I'm really loving just the discovery of this game still, as things just continue to sort themselves out. It'll be fun to follow all the way along. fact, at some point we'll be putting Sigil here on hold while we wait for some changes to come out. And then probably the plan would be to continue on with Sigil to see what has happened at higher levels, depending on how far we get. And then also, wouldn't be a bad idea to start a new character and go back through the early stages after, every few months or so to see what has changed, what's new. Going into it with the mindset that there probably is new stuff, so you really want to be open to that and looking for it and not just doing the same things you've always done. That looks like it's a chest out there on that island. I can't quite tell. The chests have good stuff. So we are going to make a detour. And we are going to swim our way over and climb up there and see if there's a chest. There's also a chance out there that we can get ash logs. And we want ash logs, so play some double duty. Okay, so swimming appears to be working for me, as it always has. That looks like something that maybe they fixed since that initial Unity 6 release where it was broken. Or at least in this body of water. I don't know if that was dependent on where you were trying to swim, but swimming right there worked to me how it's always worked. The water actually looked a little different, which is interesting. But generally, that's how it has always worked for me. You drop down a ways when you first splash in, and then you just start swimming back up to the top. Ooh, a battle staff. I don't have anything like 80 gold, but that sounds cool. 22 AC, 2 decks, leather chest. That would be wild. A lot of higher level people getting really cool stuff out here. So it's neat to see the loots coming out of the higher level stuff. They added, with their latest update, they also added some new mobs into the Eastern Plains for the 20 plus crowd. And those actually drop plate armor, which is something that's been pretty rare in the game so far, and some other things. Now, plate armor is not going to do anything for our monk here, but it is neat to see, again, more itemization happening across the whole game. All right, we are up. Let's see what's going on over here. Is that just some barrels? The angle we saw it at before, it had that look of like a rectangular chest, but it's just these barrels here. However, we do have an ash tree, a couple of ash trees, and we need those for quests. So let's knock these out real quick. All right. I don't know if 2 trees will give us enough for the quest completely. It's, oh yeah, 5 logs. So good chance that we can complete this quest right here. Very cool. Is that one that gives us new tools? It does. So it gives us a new woodcutting axe. Awesome. All right, so we did get enough ash logs from that. So next time we are in town, we can turn those in and get our new tool. So in the past, what I've done here is just /stuck when I've gone up there and come back down. But I believe I am still bound back in Avelia at the bindstone there. So I'm going to swim out over here and run up past the Gadai that are over here. Oh, heck, if they're light blue, maybe we'll kill them on the way. Roll experience. Yeah, see, they're green. Probably not worth our time, but if we have to fight them, we'll fight them. We're going to come right up on this one's feet here, so she may want to fight. Why not? We'll just jump right into it. We got some loot. I'm going to try to go around the rest because they're not really worth the time. Let's see if this guy will let me sneak by him without attacking me. Nice. All right, so we're going to hit this bindstone back down here. So we're in this area. We are going to head... We're going to head up to that bridge. Actually, before I say that, let me think if I've already done that. Oh, we've got a Grey Howler here. We do still need We do still need wolf pelts, so this isn't a bad thing that he's attacking us. Hopefully we can get a wolf pelt out of him. We actually haven't had much luck with wolf pelts overall. The previous howlers, even when I came off camera and did a little bit of grinding to get back up to level 9, I killed a few wolves and didn't get any pelts, so we're still working on that. Ooh, I probably should have sold some things while I was up there at the crossroads, but it's alright. Hey, low quality wolf pelt. I guess I just needed to complain about it a little bit. And then we get one. I was going to say there's a quest up here to turn in G'day insignia up by the bridge. And I'm honestly failing to remember if I've already done that on Sigil. So I'm going to make the run up there. And I'm going to take a look. May have done it when we came out here to look at the G'day. It's a problem of having played too many characters through this part of the game at this point. But it's worth checking. We do have some G'day insignia, so we'll find out. I only have 3, which tells me I may have already done this quest. So if I have already done this quest, there'll be a quick cut back to me saying, never mind, I went and checked, and I already did it. All right, here we are at the bridge. So this guy here, Lieutenant Liren Hornbell, has a quest for us. Awesome. So we haven't actually done it on Sigil here. So he's looking for some G'day, 5 G'day insignias. And we will accept that quest. We only have 3 right now, so we are going to have to go on a bit of a murder spree of some G'day. Real quick, I'm just going to look over in this area and kind of run along this wall on my way back down where the G'day are, or where the usual G'day camps are. There's a lot of G'day camps throughout the game here. And we'll see about any mining that we could get along the wall here. Just kind of scanning out here, looking for mining nodes. I'd really like to get that 12-slot bag from Haster. I think that would be an excellent addition. All right. And I will grab these blackberries because we are doing cooking. Provisioning. We are doing provisioning. All right, I think we still owe these guys a little message to their family tree, so we'll get this guy. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, there's a couple of these guys up here. Well, this isn't a bad spot, bad newbie spot here. I wonder if this is meant to be kind of a starting area. You have to run pretty far out of town to get down here, but the stuff down here is a little bit lower level. You get some of these forest foragers. It's very reminiscent of like Wizard Island, where you have a lot of resources. You have the little goblins that drop bags, stuff like that. So it wouldn't be necessarily a bad place to come as a new character, and likely no one else is up here if you're in a packed newbie zone. Yeah, this guy's dropping weapons. Right on. Something to think about for a future character. Make a bit of a long run, and then you've kind of got this place to yourself. And I know if you cross this bridge and you go into the castle over here, this is a very newbie area castle courtyard out there as well that's generally uncamped and has a lot of these lower end supplies. There's even hornets out here, which you need for some of the starter quests. Of course, we got to get all of our veggies along the way for cooking. And we'll grab this flame lily. Another forager. All right, grab that flame lily. So I can see the lighting here has like sunbeams that are kind of coming down. If I can find the right angle, you can kind of see the sunbeams in there, which actually make it a bit hazy and bright. I mean, I guess that would be the effect if it was a really sunny day out. Your eyes don't want to adjust to it. It gets a little hazy if you're right in the direct beam of the sun. So that's interesting. I think that's new. I don't recall like running into like a hazy area that was just because it was so well lit. Now, I do remember looking out in a distance and seeing some haze like this. I don't know if that's just more pronounced now, or maybe I just didn't notice it before. But it feels like right here, like, oh, so bright. It feels like something I haven't run into before in the game. All right, so there weren't any mining nodes along the wall here, so not a great mining spot, or someone's already camping it out. Could be either one. We did get some vegetables, and there's a couple more here, so we'll grab them all. Yeah, everything up this way is great to us at level 9, so very interesting place to come to grind out a little bit. at maybe level 5, level 4. I don't know. I mean, the stuff up at the top of the hill was very much newbie level, like brand new character level, which is interesting. I've never tried to come out this far to think about grinding out lower levels at this far out from the town. Usually the newbie area is really good, but I suppose you're going to get servers that are very full, and having an alternative place would be great. More vegetables. We might have to do some of that cooking today with all these vegetables we're stocking up on. Might be something we get to in this video. We'll see. One thing I think we definitely need to look at getting is a better staff. This is the first one I made, and I don't think I can make tier 2 until... I'll have to look next time I'm in town to see when I can start making tier 2 stuff, but what I probably want to do at this point is pick up some kind of drop from somebody in town, either buy it or some kind of trade. See if I can hook up a deal to get a better staff. I think that should be on our agenda today. I'll watch the auction channel too and see if there's something going. And I may just throw up an auction, one to buy here shortly and see if I can pick up anything. But now we're back to boars. So we're going to make our way over to this Gadai camp, and if there's no recruiter there, we'll go ahead and wipe it out since we're over here. Trying to get our 5 insignias for the lieutenant up on the bridge. And of course, just working our way through more experience on our way to level 10. At level 10, we're going to make a trip into Avendyr's Pass. We'll go to Dimith Village and talk to some people there and pick up a couple quests. Start adventuring down in that area. We'll get ourselves out of the old Boar Valley here. We've been here for quite a while, for a few episodes. It'll be time to move on at level 10. Not to say we won't come back up this way, because I know also at level 10, what I would like to do is camp the Jacked Rabbit and get that dexterity ring. Ooh, I wish we were 13 plus. Manor is a fun camp. And really good for experience and loot drops. That's where the ethereal weapons drop, which is a great next step upgrade for any character around that level. Yeah, I'm going to throw up an auction just that we're looking for a staff better than 5 physical damage. Okay, we'll see if anybody's sitting on something that maybe they're not advertising because it's kind of low end or something, but it's probably still better than what we have. We can always run somewhere and meet somebody if we have to. So as long as there's no recruiter... Oh, somebody's actually camping these Gadai, so maybe we will leave them alone. Well, no, I just see one dead. Okay, maybe someone just came through here like we did earlier and kind of ran past. Let's see, what do we have here? He is green, we'll take him. We'll get his friend there, green, and other friend, also green, so we're okay. I do have my real, actual defensive these days, so I can put up a defensive to block a few hits here. While I wait for my healing strike to come back around. There we go. Okay, let's see if we get any insignias. We got a robe. Flask of water. A short spear. Oh, we are full. Let's see. I think that spear is going to sell for some money, so let's grab the spear. I will toss out pungent bottle, I think. We'll grab a spear. All right, I think it makes most sense then to... I don't have any other candles. I think it's going to make the most sense then to run up to the crossroads real quick and sell. After I wipe this guy out here and see if he's got any insignias on him. Alright, no insignias. These guys are all dead. We'll run up the side here. We'll kill any boars on our way. Look for any mining nodes and sell real quick. Yeah, somebody must have just come through here because there were a couple dead Gadai down there. And then this area is just completely... Oh, there's a boar respawn. He's blue, so we'll take him after this blackberry bush. Starting to get night out. No big deal. We know this area well. Shouldn't be anything down here that's a surprise. Unless something new has been added. That group skeleton, Cyrus, is pretty much the biggest fear. Beyond that, it's just bears sneaking up us. Although I'll have to see how the new lighting affects us in the darkness. If it's a lot darker, it might get real interesting. You could just stumble upon a bear or something while you're low health, trying to go from one place to the other. That might get a little crazy. More vegetables in the darkness. Interesting that the nameplate is showing up for the tree, for the vegetables. They used to not show up in the dark unless you were closer to them. And there the nameplate was showing up, but I couldn't actually like mouse over and click on it because it was still couldn't see it in the darkness. So something going on there. Like I see a boar nameplate over there, but I can't click on him because he's not really there. If all the nameplates show up like that, that's a good thing for us right now. I don't know if that's the way it's intended, but at least we can dodge things we don't want to fight. Oh, see, but the boar just went dark here. I don't think there he is. Okay, so that's not fully reliable out of where that boar really is. Okay, so we will keep that in mind while we're out here fighting. And these spiders, are these still blue? They're light blue now. Yeah, so we're just gonna avoid the spiders. They're not really going to be worth our time unless there's absolutely nothing else out here to fight. I don't think they aggro now. I think I saw a mining node when the nameplates were showing. Oh, there it is. Gotta do the mining. Okay, so finish that mining. We are still gonna head up to Haster real quick to turn in, but I just got some invites to group here. We're gonna make a little trip. I wasn't gonna go down to Vendor's Pass. I wasn't gonna go down to Vendor's Pass yet, but it looks like we're getting a group invite to come to the Howler's Cave entrance. And we are going to probably, if they get the group together, we're going to head down there. It's a little early, I think. Generally, as I kind of said here, I've usually haven't gone down there till a little later, more like 11. But this guy's saying he went down there at 9 and stayed till 12, and maybe they had a good group. I'm fine with that. I'll join up with them. And he wants me to join a guild called Dunedane or Dunedane. Or if he's just hitting random invites. I'll think about that in a second. Barry Sotoro. Alright, let's sell off some things and I will be right back. Alright, I got cleared up some inventory space. We're doing a little better now. This guy seems to be standing in the crossroads just inviting everybody that runs by. Yeah, keep your random guild invite, Dunedane. That's really, I wouldn't say it's sad and pathetic. I think he's trying to fill out his guild, but also I'm not interested in joining a guild that just sends me a random invite. If we have a conversation and it seems cool or whatever, then yeah, that's fine. But the whole stand at the crossroads and invite everybody that comes by is not something I'm interested in. You see that in some other games where they just do big spam invites for everybody, and it typically doesn't work out well. You usually end up with a guild of people that aren't talking to each other, and there's not a lot of group activities happening with them, and they're just basically, they got the random invite, so here they are, but nobody knows each other, nobody has any kind of chemistry, and I'm not really interested in that sort of situation. Yeah, I think this is what this person here is saying. Like, yeah, it's not something I'm into, but it's not something I'm into, but also calling him out as pathetic is that's a little excessive, I think. Dude's just looking for some people to join his guild, taking whatever approach he can to get some friends and build his guild. I don't hate him for it. I'm not interested in that kind of situation. Maybe he's super good at making friends off random invites and, he knows it's going to work. All right, these guys said they couldn't get someone for Halner's Cave, so they're switching over to do bandits, which the Gadai bandits down there are group mobs, the ones near to Demeth Village. So I will still plan on running down there. It might be interesting anyway, just to see. The stuff right outside of Demeth Village, Demeth Village. I'll just stick with how I said it the first time. The stuff right outside of the village actually may be good for us at this level. I know the times I've gone there, I've gone more like around level 12, and it was all light green or less at that point, so it might be okay. It might be even level cons, blue to even level cons for us at level 9. So it'd be worth experimenting anyway. Now, these guys that talk about this group actually haven't invited me to group yet, so I don't know what's happening there, but I will get into the zone and see. Not sure if I need to be in the same zone with them to join the group. But this is the way you come up here through these walls, and there's a couple of sets of castle walls here as you make your way into Avendyr's Pass. So this guy right here also does a Gadai, or she does a Gadai insignia. I think it's her. One of these right up here does a Gadai insignia quest, but you have to have completed the other one first, if I remember correctly. So we'll come back and check on that later. Actually, joining this group for Gadai bandits will actually be good for us if we can get some of the insignia to bring back for that quest. All right. I think if we're going to be down here fighting, I'm going to want to bind at Demeth Village. Dying down here, and then, well, it's not that long of a run from the crossroads, but it's probably worth it just to bind down here and be ready. I do wish I had a better weapon for this, but we'll get there. Bandits could be good. I think there's a chance also that bandits are something that could drop. I haven't seen a good monk staff from them yet, but I have seen caster staves. I gave one away. I may have shown that at the beginning of this video. While I was grinding off screen, I did record just a little bit of meeting up with a guy and giving away that staff that been trying to give away for a little while. I've been carrying around in my inventory, so I was able to give that away to a guy who had re-rolled here on Avos and was just getting started. And since he didn't have anything yet, the staff was a pretty good, bumped him as a Grimewood staff, so it was 11 or 12 damage, caster staff with some stats. So glad I was able to give that away. So here is Demeth Village. The first time I have been here on this character, although I have been here before. If you come down here and you are a Dire Lord, your trainer is off to the side over here because they don't allow Dire Lords in the city. If you're a shaman, your trainer is right here by the city gates. I imagine in the future that the evil races might not be happily allowed here in town. All right, so there's a lot of village here. We can explore it later. There aren't too many quests here yet, although I'll check around because things may have been added. There are trainers for all the classes except Necromancer. If you're a Necromancer, you need to train elsewhere. I have not played a Necromancer at this level, so I don't know if that's all the way back on Wizard Isle or what you have to do there. Come down here, there are some vendors here, supply vendors, where you can sell things. This guy here, Rin Brochi, she is the bank. You have banking options here as well, which I will actually take advantage of real quick to put some things in the bank. Reduce my weight a little bit, but still keep all these things we want for cooking and other trade skills. Put these up. And let's see, do we have... Oh, I do have a bag to put in the bank as well, so that'll give us a little bit of extra space in our bank. Eventually, I'll want to have a lot of bags in here. You can see I'm already filling up with just the few things I've put in here. And we're getting some full stacks of things. So let's move a couple things into the bag here. I think we're going to want meat eventually for cooking. Yeah, I think that's good. So if you leave the little bank area there, there's generally a lot of people around that bank person. And you come here to the west gate. Right outside the west gate around this corner is the bindstone. Also, if you're in this town and you go up to the little high tower that's up there, you can drop off and you will be here at the bindstone. And I will go ahead and bind. All right, I had to run AFK for a second, but it looks like they're still trying to fill out the group. So not in too much of a rush, and there's people that aren't in the zone yet, so it's just me and Yeti in the zone so far. Yeti's a 10 Necromancer. I can't see they will be here soon enough. So what I wanted to check is, so right outside of the west gate here, there are some animals, or some various spawns. Spiders, bears, wolves, and some panthers, tigers, panthers. I think they're panthers. Stalkers is what they call them. Yeah, okay, so that guy's already light blue to me at level 9. Now, I know the Stalkers were blue to me at level 12, so I'm guessing those are still going to be a hard fight at this level, and being in the dark here doesn't help much for our exploration. But we'll kind of carefully move forward here. What is this? Is that undead glow to it? Oh, Grimling. Corpse. Okay, we'll hit this ore deposit. We're still looking for some gems. Nice, we got a summoner. We're building out a full group here. So kind of hugging the wall coming out of town. If you turn right coming out of town, the Gadai are going to be just down this hill to the left. That's where I believe we are going to go to kill bandits. It may, I imagine we're doing the group ones. There are some single or solo bandits, non-group mobs that are a little further down, or they're trappers, I think, or not trappers like we've seen before, something like that. They are down a little further. And those are great for grinding out, and there's a little cave there with some spawns. So here we're going to get into these blue level stalker spawns or what were blue at for my level 12. So I'm a little nervous about going too far down this hill. Although, not seeing them. We've got a beetle that's blue. So blue beetles are good, but the Gadai camp is right in here. This is group mob Gadai. Let's fight this beetle, though. This guy's looking for 2 more for orcs. There are a ton of orc camps further out here that are just crazy. I was fighting some by the outskirts of the orc camps. There are some solo mobs and some wanderers and stuff, and I was killing all those at level, I don't know, 14 or something, 15 with my Dire Lord, and I climbed up a ridge to look down, and I could just see all these orc camps in this valley, but they're all group mobs, so that'd be a cool place to do some adventuring later as well. While I'm waiting for this group to fully form up, I'll look for some things to fight out here. I'm hoping we can get this group started, because I do need to take a short trip AFK here pretty soon. But if we can get going for a little while, maybe I can get him to hold my spot for a short time. I would really like to join in on the grouping and showcase that for a little while, even though we won't be going down into the caves or anything yet. It's still pretty cool to get into a group. So if you follow this, so I went out of the village and went to the right. If you follow it to the left, There's some good stuff to fight for a little ways. You have to be careful once you get over this next hill. You'll see some spider webs on trees. And you don't want to get in a tangle with those spiders. So you really need to watch out for them. They are group mobs and they kill you fast. So while we're still working on getting together here, although it sounds like we're getting closer, I'll just run over there and take a peek at what it looks like. We have some moonlight out now so we can see a little bit better. Interesting that these are low enough level that I could just grind out here. Maybe I'll just do that for towards level 10 instead of headed back over into Boar Valley so we can just see some new sights instead of always staying out there by the boars. Although at level 10 I do want to head back and try out, like I said before, try fighting the jacked rabbit to get ourselves a ring. The wolves, maybe we get, maybe these can drop that wolf skin that we need, the low quality wolf skin. I don't know if that's based on the type of wolf or just more on my skill level with skinning. But we have one. I believe we still just have one, and we're looking for 3, I believe. Tattered pelts. Right, was that for Aldius? Yeah, we have 1 of 3. We'll take a look. Real quick, and then I'm going to run over there and try to meet up with these guys. Oh, something aggro. Another wolf. The curse of nighttime. You don't always see everything. Thought I was pretty clear there to run through. This little adventure probably ends up with me dead at the hands of the freaking spiders. We'll see. I'm pretty aware that they're there, and they've killed me several times on other characters, so I think I'm going to be okay. You can almost see it from here. So these trees, you can kind of see they have webs coming down from them. A little bit of a stitching problem in the graphics there, but these 3 trees have webs coming down, and they have group spiders. And over here, there's kind of an invisible wall, so you have to, if you're going to skirt around them, you really need to hug that wall to get around them. Low quality wolf pelt. Awesome. Get a little closer. So this whole valley down here is full of these trees with spider webs coming down from them. Yeah, you just want to stay out of that. Stay out of that area. Even on my 15 Dire Lord this morning, I was playing and accidentally ran into one of those in the dark, and it just destroyed me really fast. Okay, so they said headed that way. We're going to head that way as well. Oh, yeah. Looks like our group list is screwed up. There's Yeti. Our group list is screwed up, so we're not getting everybody updating. Here is Yeti, our group leader. All right. I just ran into Yeti, and then I figured we were headed to that camp, but he was kind of running the other way. So we're going to meet up on Jahai. I'll go with Jahai. We're going to meet up on Jahai over here near the camp. So like Jetty was, or yeah, not Jetty. Yeti was also out just wandering around, just like I was. A lot of light blues out here, but there are also some blues. So I think maybe we'll just stick around this area. That sounds more fun than going back to Boar Valley. But we'll group for a little while and see what we can do. In about 15 minutes or so, I'm going to need to take a short break. But maybe they'll hold my spot. If not, it's okay. It's just kind of cool to actually get into a group at all. Oh, black bear. Light blue. Got beetles. Oh, we got something. Oh, we got a stalker. Oh, it's a blue one. Nice. Okay, so even the stalkers can be a good source of experience out here for us. That's exciting, because if stalkers are good, or even if some of them are going to be a little too strong for us, they are plentiful. So if a portion of them, you know, can be something we want to be fighting, that's exciting. There's a lot of them out here. So oh, I got a ghost viper. Actually, I need this for a quest, so this isn't bad at all. Although we need to get our way over to Jahi. How did I decide to say it? Jahai? Jahai. We are gonna need to get over to Jahai here. So we got our Ghost Viper kill. Another Stalker. Did that cover what we needed for Huntress? It did, so we can turn that in next time we're in town. This one's yellow, but we're working on it with Yeti. Okay. We'll hang out with Yeti because he is out of mana, so we'll guard a little bit. Well, it looks like Jahai is maybe over this hill. I thought we would be going for this camp, but maybe he is just over here just looking at this camp. He's just found a safe place to sit. Is that them right there? That's somebody else. Oh, I got a Lost Orc Wanderer. He is yellow. I'm going to try to bring that to the team here. Or maybe just outrun it. Unleash it. Oh, okay, so there is another Godai camp over this hill. I didn't know if these were group mobs or if these are solo. Okay, we are taking this guy. Good. I had enough lead on him. I was definitely going to leash him if we weren't going to take him. These guys are talking about swapping shards after we all get together, put us on a lower population one, which is probably a smart move. Just overall less competition, as well as the server just runs a little better with fewer people. So if we're already in a group and we're already planning on, we already know what we're fighting, there's not really a need to... This guy, low level, I'm just going to use my healing strike on him to get to full health. Real quick. Yeah, I definitely remember that Godai camp when you first come into the zone back there, but there is one over here. It's kind of at the bottom. If I remember, it's at the bottom of a hill and like a little impression next to some rocks. Or we're running. There's also one up near. This is the bridge we came in on. And there are some. I believe there are those Godai over here. So we kind of made a circle back up to the entry here, but it's a good place to meet up. So there's our Ivius is in our group. Here's Rattlelord. Here's Jahai. So we are all here. Maybe this guy's our other member. I'm not sure. Getting it sorted out. We are all in our brown clothing. Although this guy looks like he has some like... Oh, I lost his face completely. That is... Ooh, that was wild. If I go into first person view, I lose his face. Early access problem. This guy's a chain vest. That's pretty cool. And a big axe. That's pretty awesome. I wonder if he's a little bit twinked. That's very cool. This looks like some chainmail as well. What is Jahai? A ranger. So yeah, she's looking super cool with the daggers and stuff. Very cool. And then these guys look more like me in our brown burlap sacks with holes cut in the head. Okay, we are going to drop group and remake. Hopefully we see everybody here is the goal of dropping group and reforming, because some people weren't showing up for us before, so now hopefully we can get there. Oh, we have crafting tier 3 monk armor to order. Chest, legs, feet. 35 gold each. That tier 3 stuff is expensive to make, so I'm not surprised that it's expensive to sell. So there we go. We got summoner to show up in the group. This is everybody that's here is showing up, and then we're waiting on a shaman, I think, who had a hard time figuring out how to get here. The Shami dropping out. Oh, that guy's visible with a little glowy light. Very cool. 25 wizard. Awesome. Looking cool. Let's see what the outfit looks like. Actually kind of looks like almost like a robe a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. It looks cool. I still lose this guy's face if I zoom in. No, bug seems to have resolved itself. Now, one thing I notice is we don't see anyone else's helms, although I doubt that they're all not wearing helms. The Labianist and I figured this out, that we had to remove our helms and then put them back on so that we could each see each other's hats. Otherwise, it was just nobody had a helm on, and we were like, "There's no way nobody has a helm on." It's just a graphic thing. So if these guys re-equip their helms, we'll be able to see them here. It's interesting. We thought at first it might be like a thing to reduce the graphics load or something, like they only load if you're close to them. But I mean, I'm right next to this guy and he's got no helm. You know, nobody has a helm here. Yeah, we're having a hard time finding a healer here, which is, hey, you know, that is a long-standing classic MMORPG problem. Tanks and healers, right? So we have a tank, but now we don't have a healer. It's always the back and forth of it. Obviously, this guy's selling ethereal stuff. Leather cap, leather gloves. So these are lower level things, so these might not be too far out of our range for what we can afford. Spear, Blazing Dobok. Ah, no monk's staff in there though. I didn't see one. All right, so in a typical MMORPG struggle, the group is breaking up. We could not find a healer after ours dropped out. Couldn't really get started. I actually had to restart in there. By the time I came back, they had decided they were breaking up for now. So I'm going to run back into town here, and I will talk to some of the NPCs, and we'll do a quick scout around to see if we can pick up any quests. And we'll keep our eyes open for any other groups. Got a good rain going, probably letting us know that the world understands how sad it is that our group just broke up. But I am playing in the middle of what would be a normal work day today. I happen to have today off of work. So it's not surprising that it's not as busy as I'd expect, and that it's harder to fill a group right now. But it could have been really cool. But we did learn one thing out of that, is the fact that there are some things down here that are worthwhile for us to hunt. So I'm going to, with that in mind, go look up some quests here, and then if there's, depending on what we pick up, we'll head out and fight a few things. And try to push that level up closer to 10. So just inside the gate here, we have the Paladin Scroll Vendor and the Warrior Scrolls to either side. I'm just checking in with everybody as I pass them to see if they have any quest text available. Last time I came through here and talked to everybody, I think there was only one quest to pick up. So that might still be the case. But I think it's worth giving it another pass. It's been a while since I came through here and talked to all the NPCs to see if there was anything they had to request of me. This kind of goes around. There's the main part of the village here, and then there's a hill that goes around behind it. And there are some people up here at the top of the hill. I'm actually going to drop down here and talk to this person. I don't remember this person. Nothing. We got the wizard scrolls and traits over here. Spider-Man. Got this person. Nothing for us. These might be some of these might have class specific quests, so they're worth checking yourself if you come down here, or when you make your way down here, depending on what class you are. There's a little house up here on the hill. There's actually a house and a little farm up here, I think, with some horses. We'll see what we have here. The High Rivers. Hello, High Rivers. Pleasure to meet you. This is how I stand around in my house often. Just standing alone in the middle of an empty room. Looking imposing. all the time. I don't know that I would knock on that person's door. If she had a door. Let's see. We go around here. I don't know if there's ever any mining nodes or anything in here, but since I need all of those gems right now, I'm like really on the lookout for those mining nodes. So I'm kind of trailing every wall that I can. I don't know that there would be any in town like that, but you never know. Got a murky pond that looks like it has some steam coming off of it. Interesting. Cool. What do we have in here? This is an unused space. And I can't climb that random pillar. Let's see. Table hand. Ozzy? Fossey? Common brown, common black, common brown. Very common horses you have here, ma'am. Table master Alton. Ooh, he has a quest. Lucky pendant. Hello there, stranger. Just feeling a bit sorry for myself. Last night I was visiting my sister in Avelia. She urged me to wait until morning before traveling home, but I didn't listen. By the time I made my way to Avendyr's Pass, it was already dark. I still get turned around in the woods, and before I knew it, I was surrounded by bandits. That'll happen. There are a lot of bandit camps out there in the world, sir. That will happen. The attack bruised me up pretty good, stole my lucky pendant. It's a family heirloom, actually. I'm devastated and don't have the courage to go out and face them or my sister. Would you please help me? I need the pendant as quickly as possible. The bandits have multiple camps in the woods southwest of here. I've heard one of the bandits known as the Outlaw is the one who took it. Interesting. Well, we like to kill bandits, so let's do that. Ooh, he's got a Garyon beauty. Wait. This is the most amazing horse I've ever met in my life. It's not like the common browns and blacks outside. It speaks. Well met to you, horse, god, deity, person who speaks. Hey, Ozzy, did you know this horse? Yeah, you probably know. Now I'm going to try to talk to the other horses. Am I just the horse whisperer? The horse appears calm and well-groomed. Okay, that's not him speaking to me. These are just telling me how they are. They take good care of their horses. Good to know. Does the world know that there is a talking horse here? I'll keep your secret. It's safe with me for now. Unless I like really need a lot of money or something and I want to get famous. Alright, let's see what is up in here. Just a lot of bottles. I don't think there's anything up around the top there, so I'm just going to jump down. I'll probably miss something important. Well, okay, let's go look. Looks like maybe a graveyard. I wonder if there's stuff out here at night, like if you get like ghosts or something from the graveyard. Going to be some lower level mobs out here, but oh yeah, this is definitely a graveyard. The gravestones don't say anything that I can see. And they're not interactable. Just, this is where the village of Demyth handles death. Oh, something attacked me. Ooh, this guy is equal level. Okay. Oh. Getting myself in trouble here. Wonder if I can take both of these. Oh! Oh, I accidentally opened chat. That's why I wasn't able to hit. What happened there? What was that? That was more than just one auto attack. I can't believe a 4 damage auto attack hit me. Sacrificial sting. Am I, hold on, I've got to look closer at my screen here. Does that say 96? 96 physical damage with Sacrificial Sting? I thought that cast from the I thought that cast from the Hobgoblin was bad. I have 89 total health. The thing was equal level. Okay, so Sacrificial Sting, and he died when he cast it. So something to watch out for at the end of life on those guys, I suppose. Although that feels like it's right up here. It's like right in town. That's almost going to be a great place to grind if we can interrupt those guys, which I have Concussive Strike. If I can pull those one at a time, Concussive Strike should be good. If it's a spell that I can interrupt. So it's a 20-second cooldown, but if they only do, I imagine they only do Sacrificial Strike once towards the end of their life, as it appears to truly be a sacrifice, and they die after they do it. If that's the case, then I should be able to interrupt one every 20 seconds if I can pull these individually, and I could just grind right here on some equal level mobs. Now that I'm saying this, I think I was already warned about this. I believe Labius fought these guys on his Warlock, or Necromancer, and was saying that he felt like he was doing great and then died to their final attack. So he's probably talking about Sacrificial Sting, and he was saying he could CC them right at the end, right before they did it. So if that's the case, I think this might not be. Ooh, I'm not going to make it. Nice. This might be a good place to camp out for some of level 10. We'll give it a try. If it turns out real bad like the Hobgoblins did, then we'll know. But what is this bound to right now? Is that bound to... Okay. Making sure it's actually bound to a key that I can remember to get to. And when they get low, I'm going to have to make sure I have 1,000 readiness prepared to do that interrupt. Okay, these guys are all over the place out here. What are they? Blue, but I mean 100 damage on that attack is crazy. Let's see if I can get my stuff back first. If I aggro this guy. Yeah, let's get over here. Let's get full health. Find my corpse. I ran up the hill here. Here's the graveyard. My body's like right there. We'll heal up to full and then we'll give him a shot. Alright, full health. Let's carefully pull these. I thought these were all low-level mobs before. Like kind of newbie-ish mobs when I saw the leaf spider, and I didn't even pay attention to these red jacket stingers. I thought they were just the usual wasps. Should have looked closer, because wandering into there unprepared got me killed. We're gonna try this out. If I can get just one. First of all, we had 2 last time, which was a problem. Okay. And then I want to make sure I have 1,000 readiness, which is 1 bar here. So I can use my attacks as long as I don't use all of it. And I want to watch for that cast. Sacrificial Sting. Interrupt it. Then he just goes back to normal Sting. Okay, he didn't try a second Sacrificial Sting, so that's promising for us. And Bee Stinger. Okay. And get full health here. And we're already back up on this, so yeah. We can kind of work on these guys a little bit. We'll get those vegetables here also after we fight this guy. I want to get a healing strike in pretty soon. Don't do it. Okay, gotta be careful. We want to make sure we get that 1,000 readiness. Sting, Sacrificial Sting. Got it barely because I was waiting on the global cooldown. Alright. Nice. Alright, I'm clear to get my corpse now, and then I'll keep clearing through these at least one time through. If they respawn fast enough, I'll just kind of work my way through these for a short time. I don't think we don't want to stay here the whole time. These aren't giving us any of the things we need to work on our quests. And actually, we were here trying to explore to see if there were any other quests. So let's jump down first, and then I'll get all my stuff. we'll jump down first. We'll continue looking through the town. And then we'll come out here and... Let's see. So this is still kind of on the hill behind the town. Oh. Many leather-bound volumes. He's a man of culture, I see. Or a person of culture? Who lives here? This is a big house. A couple of rooms upstairs. Nice little deck. Ah. Of course. Of course, it's a politician who lives here. A constable and the mayor. Really, the mayor doesn't have a quest? Alright. You know, you could get more adventurers to come here and help keep this place safe if you offered quests. Just saying. Alright, so this curves back around and we're back down by where the bank is. And some of the various crafting things here. So we're actually... This is our person who we're going to want to work with. So this, our tier 1, we made the tier 1 fighting staff. The tier 2 simple fighting staff. What level skill do I need? Needed at skill rank 30, so divided by 3, that would be 10. The next level, we can make this simple fighting staff. So if we haven't gotten some kind of upgrade by then, I'll just go ahead and this will be my crafting target. Fighting staff blank, yeah. And then the tier 3, there should be a standard fighting staff, and that you need 60, so that would be a level 20. Okay. The next level, at level 10, we'll go ahead and make that next staff. But let's make sure we're talking to all the different NPCs, even if they're vendors. Sometimes they have a quest, so. Nothing for the supplier. Carpenter. Alright, good to go. We got some guys doing some crafting here. Look at this guy's weapons. Wow. His name's just thick. I like that. Ralos Zek. Little EverQuest callback to the PvP server. That is a very cool looking blade. Looks very, makes me think very elvish blade there. And that axe is just beastly looking. And this guy's just got two big chunky one-handers. Awesome. Very, very cool. Not much luck on quests from people. This is how it was last time I came through, so I'm not expecting too much. But we already did get one quest, so we do have one thing to work towards. There's the enchanter person, enchanter scrolls. I don't want to skip. I don't want to skip these guys out front here. Already talked to you. All right, the courier captain. This seems like a guy that would have a quest. Nope, he does not. I bet he will in the future. That sounds very much like a delivery quest like back in Avelia. Here are the rogue trainers, or traits and scrolls. Food merchant, and here's our kitchen and brewery for cooking and making drinks. Anybody upstairs here? Greetings, traveler. Welcome to the fair town of Avelia. Okay. I'm sure you've heard of me, the great Artie Bravado Songweaver. And whatever he has is off my screen, interestingly. And just ... Future stuff right there. Not implemented yet. Kind of reminds me there was the... back in Avelia, there was also a bard who didn't have anything yet, but seemed like he would have something in the future. Circle around. We already talked to that guy up there. A weapon merchant. Do you have a staff that's better than mine? 5 damage, and it's a bow or fighting staff, so it actually does the hits twice. Is that true? Yeah, it hits twice. Okay. 3.5 speed, 3.5 speed. So this is my current staff. That's a cool looking axe. Do we have a better... The trainee staff. Okay, but that is a caster staff. We have here a 6 damage for 3 gold. Very tiny upgrade, but still an upgrade. I don't think I actually have 3 gold at the moment. And the 7 damage. Okay, so I think our fastest path is get to level 10 and make that new staff and see where that puts us. I'm guessing it's going to be 6 or 7 to kind of match up with what the shop upgrades are. Jewel crafter. Jewel crafting is not fully implemented yet. You can see there's nothing in his... He has no patterns. We'll be seeing that pretty soon, I think. Let's see what we have here. Armor, tailor, and leatherworker. Talk to all of them real quick. Check upstairs. Yeah, nothing up here. Alright, I think we covered maybe this house back here, but we've covered most of it. Hit these last few people, and then we will get back to adventuring. Oh, there's a roamer. Roamer NPC, what's he got? Well met to you, sir. Nothing in here. I do like that they fixed the sound of the rain hitting the roof now. But it is still funny that on a lot of these buildings, the rain just comes through. They did fix it on some, and they fixed the sound. It was like way too loud before and bad, but some of the buildings still need their roof. A little work on the roof. Unless they're meant to, maybe they're meant to show some leakage because this is a still being built settlement or something. But like this one, no rain coming in. But that other model, the rain comes in. Early access things, right? I already talked to that guy. I don't know why I'm talking to him again. I guess I just really want him to have something. Yeah, the Raven Trading Company. Very interesting. Looks like a lot of higher level patterns is what's going on in here. For various... Yep, they're all higher level patterns for different trade skills in here. So they're importing the good stuff over here. Like this might infused fighting staff. Vitality infused fighting staff. These are just the blanks though. What is the actual... They have the actual staff recipe? Or that might be a drop or something as well, and then you get the pieces you need from here. Yeah, blank, the blank. Okay. But there are lots of cool staves as you level up. Something we can work towards. Nice future goal. Alright, I think we're going to talk to these two and then head back up and fight some wasps during the night here, where we can... At least we know we're close to town, so if we jump down or something, we know how to get back into safety. Steward Casas. Let's see what he has. Nope, nothing. How about you? Stand out in the rain? Oh, okay. Yeah, bye. Oh, man. She walked like 5 steps and then just like stop walking like, I just don't want to speak with you. I'm out of here. Gonna run back by here. This was the home of the talking horse. Let's see if these wasps have respawned or not. These red jackets. Down on the edge here, so... Looks like they haven't respawned yet, or they might not be nighttime spawns. That could be it too. Oh no, there they are. Yeah, there's some. These that I killed just haven't respawned yet, that's all. They just haven't had enough time to respawn. I'm going to carefully try to pull this one. He's equal level. I'm going to pull him all the way back here. I don't want to get extras if I can help it. Use everything we got. Make sure we have the ability to interrupt when needed. I wonder if I should move their cast bar up to where I can see it better. Probably be a smart move. Sacrificial Sting, interrupted. I wonder if that's a separate UI component from their frame, and if I can kind of put it up here towards the middle. It's pretty important that I don't miss it on these fights. There's another one. He is blue. We'll go for it. The sting. Cross-pollinate? What does that do? Is that a heal? Looks like a heal. Sting. Okay, so he didn't do the sacrificial sting, so maybe that's just a... They kind of choose whether they're going to sacrifice themselves or if they're going to try to heal. It's kind of neat. Alright, we've got a large deposit over here. We'll hit that up, hope for some gems. Oh, no! No! Invisible wall. Oh, if that invisible wall was back like 6 feet. Probably why that deposit's sitting up here, though. Nobody can get to it, so it's just... it's safe from actually being mined. That's pretty funny. Alright, the red jacket worker over here. We'll get this guy. Here he comes. He is blue. Gotta make sure I'm checking. I don't want to get myself in over my head. I don't know if I should interrupt that cross-pollinate, because I'm worried that if I throw my interrupt, then he's going to do the sacrificial sting on top of it. I have to learn a little more first. It looks like, yeah, it looks like it's one or the other, maybe. That's good to know. I could probably interrupt that heal, although it doesn't really affect the overall fight, because I can... If I'm already murdering his face, I can just kill him through his heal anyway, so... It might not matter. Oh, that large deposit. Dang. Alright, let's get this guy. He is blue. Try to pull him away from his friend there. Our healing strike early. Alright, I interrupted cross-pollinate. Let's see if I regret that in a moment. No. Looks like that's how it works. They probably have one of two big things they can do. They can either choose to die and murder me with them, or they just heal themselves and try to survive. What do we got there? He's on top of a jute plant, I think that's what's happening. We'll kill him first, and then we'll do some harvesting here. I need to build it back up to 1,000. Ooh, I'm taking a beating here. I'm going to use my defensive. I got to remember what that's actually bound to. Sacrificial sting interrupted. And we're going to be good to go. Alright. Yeah, these aren't bad at all. I made, basically just clearing that out, made a bubble of experience. Excellent. Even a little bit more. We're already back around to nighttime. So, Labius, if you are watching this and I ever blew you off with what you were saying about the red jackets, I now understand. That was crazy. Alright, we're going to run back over here to the edge. I don't want to be surprised. What is... There's something going on over there. I'm guessing undead. A lot of undead have some kind of glow in this game. See this stinger? I think I can get him solo. We're gonna have to investigate whatever that is. That's just cool. And in typical fashion, probably end up dead in the process, but it's all worth it. It's all for the glory. Alright, we should get our sacrificial sting coming. Interrupted. And he'll run. There he goes. Yeah, there's a little bit of danger to this, although it's good practice for actually if I ever want to fight those hobgoblins. I haven't had to do a ton of interrupts in this game compared to something like World of Warcraft or some other game where interrupts can really make a difference. Now it's starting to show that, you know, as things get more difficult, as you get up in some levels, it is important. You don't want to eat some of those casts for sure. I'm kind of having to think about how I use my resources now because of that. Oh, I missed that cross-pollinate, I think. It's alright. At least it wasn't Sacrificial Stinger. If I'd missed that, I would be dead. I can't resist. Can't live through that thing. Oh, I hope he doesn't pull the next one. I think there's another one. Can't see its bar right now, but I think there's another one right up here somewhere. I thought I saw... There it is. I saw him like briefly dip into my view earlier. Trying to be super aware of where these guys are. Alright, we've got the rhythm a little bit. Watch for their health to get low. Watch for that. Okay, interrupting cross-pollinate, and we're good. Okay, I don't see another wasp. We will carefully move through. Our interrupt to be up in time. So if we happen to run into one here, we're still prepared to deal with it. Okay, there's another one ahead of us. There's a little campfire. It's kind of... What is that? It's super cool. I love that. That purple is really cool looking. Of course, the game music right now is awesome. Kind of playing this like, I wonder what that is music. Uh-oh, we got two. See, I got a little reckless. Might be alright, I just gotta watch for that Sacrificial Sting. There it is. Interrupted. Put up my defensive. Heal Strike came back around. One is down. Alright, we need to build back up to 1,000 so we can... I will go ahead and use this as well. Rock Stance finally wore off. We're going to heal again. Nice, it hit. Now we're watching... We're going to watch for Sacrificial Sting. Alright, he did cross-pollinate instead, but we'll go ahead and interrupt it. Right on. Not so bad as long as I'm really on top of the Sacrificial Sting. You can kind of hear me slow down in my speech there as I really focused on it. I like it. It's a new level of challenge than just fighting the boars and the bears, which you avoid their charge, and after that it's just a knockdown, drag out fight, right? It's not like there's anything tricky to interrupt or anything like that. All right, we've got a guy over here. Decaying Travel. What is this? Decaying Travelers. Ooh, what do we got? Giant Dusk Bat. That's yellow. What is this all about? See dust. Oh, there's something. This would be a deadly adversary. So these are or at least that guy's not a group mob. What about this guy? Not a group mob, but they're orange. So yeah, we're not dealing with that right now. But huh, that could be a super interesting camp to try out later. Looks like there's a guy out here. He's working on him. Super cool. An undead idol thing out there. Way funky. All right, so what I'm going to do now, though, I'm going to run back to the beginning of the red jackets, and I'm going to see where we are on respawns. And if they started respawning, then I would just work my way back through clearing them again. At least one more round, make another bubble of experience. I think after that, we're going to head out to the west of town. Oh, geez. I found one that I hadn't fought before. I don't think this... Is this a respawn already? Ooh, okay. Might be. Or it might be just one that I missed in the dark. I was definitely not expecting there to be a wasp right there. Sacrificial sting's going. Get rid of that. Okay, if they respawn this fast, alright, this might just be the route to level 10 then. Yeah, look it. There's one there. I think there's one up there that I briefly saw. I'm gonna run back to the beginning though of this whole section and see if they're all back up. Because if I can just kill all the way down, run back to the top, kill all the way down, run back to the top, then I will take that path to level 10. We'll get our new staff made. Maybe we'll work on some cooking at that point. And my plan was to come down to Avendyr's Pass at level 10, but here we are. We're already here, so already done. This is a new experience for me being down here at level 9. I've never come down this early. So note to self, level 9, maybe even level 8. This is definitely an option. I would say definitely level 8 because we saw light blue. Yep, there's another worker. And are we back at... Is this the beginning? Yeah, there's the houses. So this is the beginning. We'll start right here and fight this guy and look around. Now, I killed some and then jumped down and did some exploring. So this might be the respawn from the original one, which would mean it's not super fast. He's cross-pollinating, interrupt it. Let's see if we're starting to get any other respawns out. It's hard to tell. Oh yeah, so that guy's back up. Okay, so this looks like it's respawn, or it's respawning. So I'm gonna work my way through it again. Gotta make sure to keep that 1,000 available. Sacrificial sting, no problem. So in most games I have my interrupt for other games is the tilde key. In this game that's set up, I don't know if it was set up by default or if I change it, but that's auto attack. I don't really need auto attack because you can just right click on things to auto attack, and also I think when I use one of my abilities here it triggers auto attack anyway. So I think I'm going to remap this key. I think I might put it here in the 4th slot and remap this key to tilde because my brain is already trained to want to hit that to interrupt. I'm going to give that a shot, and this might go very poorly for me as I have now just gotten used to hitting a different button for that. But I'm going to give it a shot. That would be... They're not these, they are called... techniques. The technique 3 is tilde. Would you like to rebind it? Yes. Wait. Called that back quote? Okay, as long as it's working. So now I don't have auto attack on that key unless it lets me bind both. But that's okay, because as soon as I start fighting, it does the auto attack, or I'll okay, there we go. Kind of see him behind a tree there. Pull that guy back here where I just killed the other one. Oh, I got 2 again. Alright, let's get a healing strike in right away. Put up our defensive. Oh, this is going to be rough. I can make it 2 more. Oh, sacrificial sting, interrupted. I almost didn't get that interrupt because I was busy staring at my resonating strike, hoping I can get a heal. Alright, we'll throw this up there, although I don't think it's going to save us. Ooh, I am... In a couple of cases here, I'm getting real lucky with that resonating strike actually hitting. We've seen in the past where it was like resonating strike or die, and I had to choose die because Oh no, we can't take a third one. I think this might be the end right here. I'm going to use all of my... Yeah, there it is. All right, we'll heal up. Learned from that bad experience, and so what I did was ran out there in the middle, and I fought out in the middle. I thought pulling him back to where I had just kind of fought the other one would be okay, but it is... those guys, they'll just gang up on you, and they have quite the movement range and aggro range, so it's definitely a pull those things to the edge. Pull them to the edge. You know, up against the wall on one side or on the rock edge on the other side. Can't take any chances with those guys. All right, we are healed back up. Lost a bit of experience, but we all right. Run back up there to our newfound friends, the red jacket wasps, and I did make it ran to the edge, so it should be easy to recover my body, and then we will just have to be smarter with the pulls. Make sure we're pulling them to the edge. Those things really like to gang up on you. Now, is there a chance I could have... What's the cooldown on this? The 2-minute cooldown. So Rock Stance... I'll have to check the video later, but if Rock Stance was back up or coming back up soon, there's a chance I maybe could have survived that if I had really pushed it. I'm not sure. If I kind of stayed in the fight and then was able to get another round in with Rock Stance, there's a chance I could have survived that. But you know, hindsight's 2020. I don't know if I would have made it or not. I did see that my interrupt was back up, so I could have interrupted the next... Oh, come on. I just now pressed forward just to stand up and grab the wall, and it jumped me backwards. I should have just jumped in place instead. We're getting some gains, getting some climbing skill. I need some resting skill. Let's try this. Oh, I see it doesn't want to grab on right there. That's why it bounced me backwards. Okay. I think we're actually this way. Is that my body? I thought I made a pretty good guess at where to climb up. Oh. I hear a buzzy bee. Yeah, this is kind of a scary place to fight at night, I think, right over here. Let's put the shadow of the hillside there. And the kind of the unreliable highlighting of nameplates in the dark here, because sometimes you can see all the nameplates and other times you don't see any of them. I think we're okay to fight like up against the wall as well as down on the rocks. But I'm just not sure. There they are. Okay, now I can see their silhouettes. Over here I can't see them, but here I can see there's this one, and there's one really close to them. So I don't know if I can get that guy as a solo pull in the dark where I can't see all of them, you know? So he's going pretty far in one direction. Can't quite see the silhouette of the other one right now. Yeah, he's pretty far away. Is the other one... The other one's still right here somewhere? Try to find an angle where I can... Well, he found me. Alright, so we will make the smart move here all the way to the edge. And hopefully we're just fighting one. In the daytime, this will be a lot easier. And once I know a few rounds through, I'll memorize the pattern of how they spawn. But wow, I went for the old key that was bound to, and almost failed there. Luckily, due to years of MMO playing, when my brain did panic, my hand hit the right button. Here's that other one. Let's see. I don't know what's around him, but I guess I can always jump. I can jump right away. If I get two, I'll just jump right away and leash him. Nice. Just the one. Perfecto. I'm going to grind out on this area for a while, and jump back in if anything exciting happens. Otherwise, you can assume it's going well. We'll see how far we can make it. All right, so like we were talking about, I just got 2 of these, and I was trying to pull up by the wall, and decided to jump right away. I'm going to leash these guys off. All right, I hear them behind me. I've got, or at least I hear their sound effect. I don't know if they're right behind me. Just got an offer to join a goblin group, so might go do that instead of grinding any more on these. Just need these guys to leash. There we go. All right, I'm going to visit the bank real quick, drop off some stuff, and then I will, if that goblin group forms up, I'll run up there. I may end the video here with this banking, and then we'll pick up with how that goblin group went in the next video. Either way, I may, unless I do something new and exciting, I may grind out to level 10 off camera and just recap it in the next one. I'll just work on those wasps until level 10. This group actually gets formed and gets going. I'll make sure I capture it all and talk through it, and we can check it out next time. Hey everyone, Sigil here. In the next one, we'll be making level 10, checking out some crafting, and we'll unlock Feign Death finally. So if you're interested in checking that out, hit those YouTube buttons so you get alerted when the next one comes out, and I'll see you there. Thanks for watching.
Hit the start, no looking back. Controllers in hand on the right track. We're streaming dreams, making worlds collide. 1,000 voices cheering worldwide.